that was a big one. So that's why I haven't done anything. Like I haven't went to see anything. We've started watching things. We've done some binge watching on some new horror, namely The Haunting of Hill House, and all of that. But no, we haven't seen the new Halloween yet. I plan on it. It's just not something I can take my kids to see. I would need to go see that with her. So I take it you've seen it because I know you have.
Twice. Actually, 1.5 times. So I was going to go see it in IMAX today, but, life got too busy. I'm an A-list member, so, I get 3 movies a week. Last week I went to see it. I don't know if you saw this or not, Blake, but while I was at the theater, I was about 60% of the way through the movie, and all of a sudden the lights come on, and they tell us, hey, this theater's on lockdown. There was a shooting across the street at Kroger, so nobody can leave until the police give us the go-ahead. Anyway, it was some piece of shit who shot a black guy, and he was some redneck asshole who basically deserves to be shot in the head, and it's a shame that they apprehended him and didn't shoot him in the head. So, yeah, I've seen Halloween 1.6 times now. I'm going to try to watch it again this week. So I had planned to today.
I can't say that I advocate more violence. I hate what happened, but I do. I don't like that. I don't like that it happened. I don't. Somebody should not have lost their life, but I don't advocate any more violence. There's too much of it. There was something like that happened out not far from my neck of the woods at a dollar store, if you can believe it. The cops were out there, and apparently a guy had been arguing with his girlfriend, and he was, according to reports that I've read, he was on meth, and he beat up his girlfriend. She got away. He jumped on top of a car, punched in the side of a car with a terrified woman inside of it, went inside, picked up a stool, assaulted an elderly lady with a stool, and then hit a kid. And then the police tased him on the way out. He is lucky that that's all that happened to him, because I know there were some people out there that were rooting for the cops to take him out and rooting for other people to do too. I don't advocate hurting anybody, but hurting a child and hurting an elderly person like that, that was just really awful. It was terrible. It was horrifying to just think that stuff like that happens that close. And it's not one we go to or anything, but I know where it is.
Fuck them. Put a bullet in their head. I'm serious. I'm at that point. Put a bullet in their head and put it on live TV for my amusement. Fuck them. I'm done with people like this. Seriously. Fuck them. I can't be a pacifist. These people deserve death. That's just my opinion. So, I'm done with it. I'm serious. Like, I'm sick of these people. There's just no reason to be these type of people. So, if I have to go Old Testament on them, then so be it. Not me specifically, but you get my point. I'm just done with it. I realize 2 wrongs don't make a right, but at least that person's not here to make another wrong. So, I guess I kind of have the comic book character, the Punisher.
Yes, Frank Castle. Yeah, I'm aware.
So him and Batman, it was this text with superheroes argument or something, where Batman tells him, I can't kill this guy because then there'll be, the same amount of murderers in this world. And Punisher says, that's why you kill lots and lots of murderers. And I'm like, that is fucking gospel right there. That is true. Anyway.
Spoken like a true asshole, the Punisher.
Yep. Fuck him. So anyway, I wanted to do a solid hour on this War of the Worlds show, and I feel like we did it pretty good justice. Do you have any closing thoughts on the whole thing? I know we've only been on here a little over an hour, but, I need to go pass out and die here shortly because I'm exhausted, and I've been drinking, and that didn't go well for me anymore. I'm getting fucking old.
Well, we're going to have to fix that because, the part of the fun of the show is doing more than an hour. That's part of the fun. But
we'll
I don't
do
have any.
Whenever we have a usual start time instead of 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock your time. You know what I mean? This is late for me.
Hey, this was your idea.
It was, but it's because I didn't have much of a choice in the matter.
True. I don't have any more closing thoughts or anything to say about that, but I did want to tell you that story before you go off there because I think it is probably the weirdest shit I've ever heard in my life. So there's a club that used to be called the Starlight in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. That's about 45, 50 minutes from here. So I know you went to Full Moon, right, on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. It was weird as shit, too. It was a disappointing convention.
I haven't heard anything else about it. I know that there were some people there. Steve Dash was there. C.J. Graham was there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Haig, said Haig.
Cameron Glenn. We met Tom Matthews. People like that.
Yeah. But so this place is about 20 minutes from where that place was, from where that club is. It was called the Starlight. It was bought in 1951, converted into a country music place. It closed down mysteriously in 2014, and now it's been bought up as the Beast House. And it's one of these attractions. It's a haunted attraction where you're supposed to be able to get your money back if you make it through the challenge, the Beast House Challenge. You can pay regular admission, then you can pay the Beast House Challenge admission. If you make it through it, you get your $42 back because that's what it costs. And then you can also take a turn diving off the roof with no protection for like an extra $10. It's called the Beast Jump or something. You just jump off the roof of this place because you're a thrill seeker from hell, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. But so anyway, this place is advertising that it's one of these haunted houses will give you your money back, but it's supposed to be so jacked up that you can't. Most people don't make it through it. Well, I got to looking, and apparently that club used to be part of a mansion that was built on that property. And Isaac Ketchum was the name of the guy who owned the property. He was a lawyer, and he was a big-time lawyer, premier lawyer, owned a firm out there on 4th Avenue in Nashville, bought it, and basically he was a big-time historical figure in Middle Tennessee. Family were German, immigrated to Middle Tennessee, graduated from law school at 19, and, all this good stuff. So he built the greatest Victorian mansion Nashville had ever seen. Took 325 men over 5 years to build this damn place, okay? And it was nicknamed the Beast House because it was huge. So he's got all this money, buys off this firm, and then apparently one night, July 2nd, 1899, he just fucking snaps, goes into the house, murders everybody in his house. They're saying up to 56 people in this house, because it was a huge mansion. We're talking probably, I don't remember, I want to say it was 11,000 square feet or something. But he murders them brutally, and then goes out to the barn, sets the barn on fire, and hangs himself right there where people can see it. So they have expunged any record of this guy you can't do any real search on the internet about him. You have to go to the archives in Nashville, Davidson County Archives, to find even a birth record and a death record on this guy. So his house apparently was haunted after this. And when they bought the Starlight in 1951, they have had all kind of weird shit happen there. Noises, people screaming, kids yelling and moaning. Sounds like, bombs going off inside the damn place. And all this. And now they've turned it into a damn haunted house. And they're saying that that's part of the reason why people can't get through it is because real shit is actually happening there. And the first thing I thought about was Hell House LLC. The first thing I thought about.
That makes sense.
That was interesting. That's a weird story. You can't find any records on this guy. He was born August 6, 1814, died July 2nd, 1899. So you're talking what? So he was 75 when he killed his family?
That's wild, dude. It reminds me of the Lawson family murder.
A little bit. Okay, so this place you have to go to the Davidson County Archives downtown to find anything about him. But apparently the house, the only portion left from the house that's still standing is the portion that this haunted house is in. That's the last surviving portion of it. It's 11 miles from downtown Nashville. So, I mean, I can't believe that. I mean, they said there were so many bodies and there was so many murders. They have never been able to fully tell you how many actual people he killed in his house that night. Now, I've heard people say it was as little as 3 and as many as 56. but there's no record of how many exactly he killed. All there is record of is that there were murders in that house and he committed them.
Right. But they just
that is crazy shit, man.
It
crazy.
is, man.
I thought you would appreciate that. So, you know, we're always doing shows on Lost and Family Murder, Dahmer, and all these other guys, but my home state's got some pretty jacked up history too. So, you know.
Have I told you about that movie? It's the Gosnell, The Trial of America's Worst Serial Killer, or yes, something like that. I forget the full name of the movie, but Gosnell was the first name of it. It's not something I was really familiar with until I'd seen the movie. Have you heard of this, or do you remember me telling you about it?
You know, it seems like I can't be 100% sure. It seems like you might have mentioned the name in passing, but I don't think we went into any great detail about it.
So this movie, I watched it at AMC. It's an independent movie. Dean Cain was in it. And so Gosnell was an abortion doctor, okay? And I know, you know, throwing out abortion probably brings up a big debate for a lot of people, so I'm not going to get into the debate because it's not even about the debate. This guy was killing babies that were, like, past the legal age where it's legal to perform an abortion. And that movie, oh, it fucking disturbed me, Blake. Like, it still disturbs me. It was hard to watch, man. I think I walked out of there crying. It was bad.
Wow, that's
this
rough.
Was based on a true story.
You know it's got to be bad if it gets that kind of reaction from you, because stuff like that generally, typically doesn't bother you like that, you know?
Well, you know, babies, man. That's,
I can't watch Pet Cemetery because of the Gage thing. I could watch all of it, but the thing to do with him.
That's hard. That's hard.
Adele Midkiff screaming, no, and you see the photos of Gage's first birthday. It's
horrible, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's a great movie, but damn it, I can't watch it.
Yeah, it's easy for me to make light of it. Like, we shared a meme that was fucked up, and like, everybody laughed about it, but literally watching that movie is rough. But man, when you watch a movie like this that's based on a real story about this shit that actually happened, oh man, it's just so hard to watch. So hard to watch. So.
Oh, I meant to tell you while we're talking about, you know, killing your family and kids and stuff. This estate that I was telling you about was 40,000 square foot.
40,000.
That's
huge.
A big motherfucker. All of his family lived there. All of his extended family, the same ones that he murdered. And then, of course, after his death, none of his family wanted anything to do with the damn place. So it sat in ruins for years until a suspicious fire in 1927 that reduced over 60% of the home to rubble. So, I mean, they didn't want anything to do with it. Yeah.
Suspicious fires what happened at Ed Gein's house.
40,000 square foot murder house. It's ridiculous, man.
Crazy. So, on a related note, did you see what my status was about 4 a.m. this morning on the Travis and Vic account? Don't worry if you didn't.
I probably did, but I just forgot because, like I said, I haven't been on social media that much, as much as normal. What was it? Remind me.
So last night, before my son woke me up, just being a baby, I had a dream that I was interviewing Chris Benoit from jail.
In jail, yes. I
jail.
saw that.
And I don't know how to describe such a thing because, you know, obviously that changes a lot of factors to what actually happened. And what my assumption was is that he was maintaining his innocence in the whole crime. And whenever I was interviewing, I never got to the part, you know, where, like, I never got to ask him about the murders or alleged murders, or in his case. So it was weird, though, man. I was trying to get him comfortable. I was talking to him about wrestling, and, like, I got woke up before I could really get into it. But it was kind of a fucked up dream because, like, I've told you before that murder, like, to this day still gets to me. And not even because of the mean, it's horrible to kill a kid, obviously. I'm not denying that. I mean, that's a horrible thing. But, you know, just because of who it was for